Hey guys, welcome to Share School Studios. I'm Raeven. Today we're on another Friday deck list. This time around, I'm doing a Selesnya deck. Apparently this deck's supposed to be CDH. I did not know that. I've been wanting to build Karametra for a while. Cheat out some big creatures, all the funny stuff. So let's go ahead and get into the deck. If you enjoy my content, guys, please like, subscribe for more stuff in the future. Comment down below how you would like to upgrade this deck, what you would change. Any commanders you want me to try and build a deck list for, make them as powerful as I can, or maybe just do something casual, something stupid. All the fun type of scenarios. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it with the commander of Karametra, God of Harvest. She is indestructible. She is only a creature if your devotion in green and white is 7 or more. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may search your library for a forest or a plains and put it in the battlefield tapped, shuffle your library, yada yada. Elspeth, Knight Errant. Basically, we're trying to ultimate her, but she'll make us creatures and she can buff something with flying so we can try and go over our opponent's heads and hit them in the face. Guru Quality Speaker. He's mostly in here to untap lands for ramp, but also the -4 creature you control get +3/+3, gain trample until end of turn. Miku, Voice of Power. She makes us mana dorks. She's artifact and enchantment removal. She's card draw eventually. Random Realm Breaker. Mana fixes us, which isn't really needed. We can +1 her to make a land into a Vigil Detect with haste 3/3. Mostly I do the -2 mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent from the milled cards into your hand. And the -7 if we can ever get it or her up that high. You get an emblem. You may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard. So some graveyard recursion if we can get there. Going up to our creatures, we have Shaya, So the World Wild, which is to make all of our non-token creatures into lands, specifically forests. And basically it's going to be a big creature. Outerbook Caretaker is a hexproof that puts counters on our thing, and if it ever flips, it'll put counters on all our stuff, give everything hexproof. Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Again, because we're trying to ramp, we should be able to get her out. Makes all our stuff indestructible, harder for opponents to deal with us. Avacyn's Pilgrim is a mana dork. Azusa, Lost by Seeking, will help us ramp. Beast Whisper, when we cast creature spells, draw cards. Birds of Paradise is a mana dork. Bristly Bill is put lands on her stuff. Champion of Lambholt will basically get counters on it. Makes our stuff unblockable. Corsair Crewfix, if we don't have lands in our hands, we can probably play one on top of our deck. Gets us a little life. Creative Behemoth will let us trample over our opponents. Elish Norn, Mother Machines, will have our ETB abilities doubled and stop our opponents. Myria Angel will get us some blockers. Myria Shepherd is Graveyard Recursion. Esper Sentinel is card draw. Evolution Stage will increase our counters on our planeswalkers and creatures. Green Sleeves Marrow. This with a Shaya is to get us more creatures on the battlefield. Kami Whispered Hopes is to basically the mana dork. Linvala, Keeper of Silence, is for a combo lock later on. Loot Exuberant Explorer is to cheat out creatures from our deck. Lotus Cobra is for ramp. Moonshaker Cavalry is a Wincon, same as Craterhoof. Mossborn Hydra, the creature that gets bigger. Ornithopter is just a simple 0-drop, go get a land with our commander out. Rampaging Bayless is to make more creatures. Scoot Swarm goes big and wide. Zavala, Heart of the Wilds, is a mana dork. Shalai, Voice of Plenty, to protect our other stuff, put counters on them. Sigarda, Final Blessings, protect our other stuff. Sigarda, Host of Herons. Stop our opponents from making us sack all our stuff. Solemn and Lacrum is ramp and card draw. Sun Titan for recursion. Tireless Provisioner for ramp. Tireless Tracker for card draw. Trove Warden for removal. Voraclex Raider is to double our counters. Dawn's for protection. Elodomri's Call for a tutor. Heroic Intervention for protection. Antifairy's Protection for protection. Amulet Vigor is to help us ramp out. Instead of our lands coming in tapped, they'll come in untapped. Arcane Signet, because of course. Chamil will stop our stuff from being countered, and we can cheat some stuff out. Helm of the Host is to make copies of some of our creatures. Cormus Bell is a combo later on. Neveril's Disc is removal, and especially with Avacyn goes pretty hard, or Heroic Intervention. Ozolith, the Shattered Spire, gets more counters. Panharmonicon, double our ETBs. Seer's Sundial is card draw, Soul Ring, and the Great Hinge, because of course. For enchantments, we have Annoyed Possession, make us more tokens. Aura Shards for removal. Cathar's Crusade for more counters. Doubling Season for counters and tokens. Earthcraft for ramp. Veladar Retreat for blockers and counters. Privileged Position for protection. Spelunking for ramp and card draw. For lands, I did mess this up. We're going to remove one forest and we're going to put in... Whoops. Orborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. Alright. Which, I'm going to... Like, this is a deck I'm going to try and build this specifically and pretty it up. I kind of want to do that one. Alright. So for lands, we have Ancient Ziggurat, Bountiful Promenade, Canopy Vista, Command Tower, Dryad Arbor, Forest, Fortified Village, Hushwood Verge, Croson Verge, Overgrown Farmlands, 8 Plains, Sungrass Prairie, Temple Garden, Temple of Plenty, Thornglint Bridge, and Urberg Tomb of Yawgmoth. So yeah, going with that. After I playtest it, I will show y'all the lock. So going into it, we'll keep this hand. We'll draw for turn. Do a Plains. Next turn, Forest, Lotus Cobra. Next turn, Bristly Bill. Next turn, do an Elodomri's Call. View. We're going to get a Dryad Arbor. I think it goes on the top of our deck. Put in your hand. We'll put it on the battlefield, and we'll put a counter on Lotus Cobra. Next turn. That's... What? No. View Library. Dryad Arbor. Dryad Arbor. Close. And we'll shuffle Library. Okay. Plains. We'll play it, putting counter on Lotus Cobra. Getting 1 mana, and we'll cast our commander. Next turn, we'll do Temple of Plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put a counter on Bristly Bill. We get a mana. With that mana, we're going to leave Dryad Arbor untapped. And we'll cast Sigarda. On the cast of Sigarda, view Library, go get Forest. Put Forest in play tapped. Put counter on Dryad Arbor. Yeah, all these are tapped. Sleep over here. Say these ones are tapped. So we have mana and Dryad Arbor. We can't really cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't cast next turn. Turn 7. We have 6 mana open. So I guess what we'll do is we'll tap, tap, and tap. Cast Sooth's Form. On the cast Sooth's Form, we'll get another Forest. Forest will be in play tapped.